Well, good day to you. Welcome to our Daily Timothy Time. My name is Carl, and it is Friday, the 15th of January, 2021. I thought I'd do a live video just to interact with you for a change. It's always nice to see the person who's talking to you, isn't it? Anyway, I'm just going to open up in the usual few little notes on the guitar, as we normally do, and then we're going to get into today's read. So today's going to be a little bit different to usual. Hope you enjoy it, and this weekend we're going to be carrying on studying the book of Daniel. It's going to be more in the introductory phase of the book, because there's a little bit of ground we still need to cover. But nonetheless, we'll get into it. It's going to be really, really nice. So let's get into a bit of a tune, and we'll get into the read. Anyway, so this is the guitar that you always hear being played, and these are the few notes. So, right. Right, there's the normal morning jingle we have. Okay, so let's get into some reading. Verse 13, Daniel chapter 3:13. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Now, yesterday, remember, we just in way of review, we looked at, we read about Nebuchadnezzar putting up a big image of gold. When the music played, everybody had to bow down to the image, and some of the Jews didn't do that. They got reported, and we've ended up in verse 13 like we've just read. So let's carry on reading. Verse 14, Nebuchadnezzar spake unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image that I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said unto the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. How strong were those boys in their faith? And then it goes on to say from verse 17, If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Gentle listener, be careful with that verse. You've got to look at that verse from a dispensational viewpoint, because if you were going to get tossed into the fire today, God's not going to help you. Now, moving on. And I say that with love and respect. So you got to, when you look at the Bible, you can't take it all that it's as though it's all written for us. 13 books are written to us, but not all 66 books are for us. When I say 66 books, the prophetic books are not written for us. Anyway, let's move on a bit quicker here. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded that the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men, this is a great verse. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished. How's that for an old word? was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? And they answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Folks, I see our time's up for today. What I want you to do, if you've got a bit of spare time today, that last verse we read, verse 25, look in the modern versions and see how they pervert that. They say that there's different versions of it, but they diminish, the Son there is a capital S, which is a noun. It's a name, the Son of God. Who's the Son of God? The Lord Jesus Christ. And the modern versions, they butcher that. I'll leave you with that for a thought today. And as usual, we'll play a tune on the way out. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And it's been nice to catch up with you this morning. You got an extra minute. Anyway, enjoy your day. Grace and peace.